So today is Palm Sunday, and as the service concluded today, Sis and I were talking at the back of the auditorium room that we're using, and she mentioned that next Sunday, Easter Sunday, will be 10 years since you've come to Heartland. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that coming and your husband, George, and so.
I used to go up to the library there in town, and I met Robin.
Okay.
And she kept talking about the church. And so I'd go home and tell George, I want to check this church out.
Okay.
So Easter Sunday 2007 was the first time.
All right. So did George come with you?
The first time he did, but then he didn't come for a while. And then he started coming regular.
What did you find when you came to Heartland?
Everybody is very welcoming, friendly. It's not fake. I've been in other places where they were really a lot of put on.
Huh.
It's not like that at all. And everybody's so friendly and really genuinely cares about each other.
Amen.
And you can see it.
Yeah, that's good. Why don't you kind of mention to us about George, because he then did come after a while.
Yes, and he wanted to get saved, but he wanted to wait until he was completely. And I told him it doesn't work like that,
Right.
You have to work on it. And he got saved just before he passed away.
So George passed away.
Yeah, the following year. He had a drinking problem. And a couple months before, my nephew called and asked him, "Hey, George, you want to go to the bar? I'm buying." He said, "No, I don't do that no more."
Yeah.
I was really proud of him.
Yeah. They had made a big change in his life, didn't it?
Yes.
So when did you come to know the Lord, sis?
Well, I got saved when I was about 12, but then I went my own way.
Okay.
And then I lost my first son.
Okay.
He would be 30 years old now.
30. Okay.
And I started going to a Bible study after that.
Okay.
And I got saved there.
Okay. So that would have been how long ago?
That was in 1987.
Okay. You have a son, too. Adam.
Well, Adam, actually, the first time he came to church, wasn't coming in. He was going to stay out in the van or the car while we were in there. And he ended up coming in shorts and barefooted.
Okay.
Stood in the back, but he stood back there the whole sermon. Yeah. And he's there all the time now.
And Adam also then came to know the Lord.
Yes.
And is now working in the media ministry of the church. Now, your husband's known the Lord, gone to be with the Lord. Adam's come to know the Lord. You've got grandchildren that are in the church. And
4 grandsons.
yeah, and it all came up 10 years ago. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So if you were recommending Heartland or a church to someone, what would you tell them to look for? What would be a feature?
Well, it's how people treat you when you come in. They're not going to look down on you. I'm not one of these that could ever afford fancy clothes. And to me, that's not what you go to church for. Like the first time Adam came in and he was in shorts and T-shirt and barefooted, nobody said a word about it. And I thought that was really neat.
And it is so wonderful to see how the Lord has worked with the family.
Yes.
And how it's just been part and parcel of going forward together in 10 years.
Yeah. And I am glad that I was there when George passed. There's a
lot of hope there, isn't it? Because he was so clearly wanting to trust Christ.
Yes.
Came not all that long before passing away, gave an excellent testimony concerning, I don't drink anymore, when he had the drinking problem because Christ. Nobody said, "Stop drinking, George." But because of Christ and the importance of him, he turned away and followed him and had such hope when he passed away, even though it was sad and scary event because it came on so quick.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it was So good. I am so thrilled. 10 years. I wonder where the next 10 years is going to take us.
I'm still going to be here.
Very good. Thanks.